RSSTI TV 2020 brought to you by Wokhart. I am Dr. Ruchi Shah, and on behalf of Wokhart RSSTI TV 2020, I welcome you all. I am glad to have with us today renowned physician and diabetologist from Ahmedabad, Dr. Urman Dhruv sir. Sir is a senior physician and director, Department of Internal Medicine and Diabetes, HCG Hospitals, Ahmedabad. He has a rich clinical experience in managing diabetes patients. Welcome, Dr. Urman Dhruv sir, to the show.
Thank you very much.
Sir, based on your recent talk in RSSDI 2020 on gut microflora and diabetes, we would like to know from you, can you elaborate what exactly are the gut microbes?
Well, all the microorganisms that live in a predefined environment is known as microbes or microbiota. And when it lives in the gut GI system of humans or similar other animals, including insects, it is known as gut microbiota. So it is basically the sum up of all the GI genome of microorganisms staying in gastrointestinal tract of a human being.
Thank you, sir. So, sir, what is the relationship of these gut microbes to the pathophysiology of diabetes mellitus?
Well, it's a varied association. Multiple microorganisms have been found in GI system of the human beings. Many of them have a positive association and many have been found to have negative association. This system or this study is only in its primitive stages, but still we can say that genera like Bifidobacterium or Bacteroides faecalibacterium or the Akkermansia, these are the group of organisms which have got a negative association with type 2 diabetes, meaning thereby their presence rules out or reduces the possibility of development of diabetes. On the other hand, the organisms like Ruminococcus or Fusobacterium or Bloschia increases the incidence of type 2 diabetes, and it is believed that most of the time these organisms act by modulation of inflammation. They also act by increasing the gut permeability. They also increase by their direct effect on the glucose metabolism, especially insulin resistance or hepatic neoglucogenesis. Certain organisms like Bifidobacterium actually increases the glycogenosis inside the liver. The other way of their action is by increasing the free fatty acid synthesis and their metabolism. So there are different mechanisms postulated for their association with the type 2 diabetes and its development. Remember, even these microbes have also been involved as associates with type 1 diabetes. So it is time for us to realize now that these microbes, the gut microbes, is actually a whole system of endocrinology, and the whole system works not only as a biomarker but probably as a potential target system for improvement of chronic diseases like diabetes.
Thank you, sir. So, sir, the last question, what are the clinical implications of these gut microbes in the management of diabetes?
It is probably too early for us to say that how do they help us in the management of type 2 diabetes. But certain examples are glorified, like the Bifidobacterium, when given as a probiotic with sitagliptin, improves the insulin sensitivity, reduces HbA1c by 0.2% and improves the glucose metabolism. Similarly, when you introduce Bacteroides faecalibacterium along with the alpha-glucosidase inhibitors, they improve the effect of alpha-glucosidase inhibitors. So now we can see it very well that these gut microbes are going to improve the pharmacokinetics and pharmacodynamics of certain anti-diabetic drugs and vice versa. Anti-diabetic drugs are going to promote certain types of microorganisms which may be helpful in improving the insulin resistance and improving the gut permeability and thereby help us in the management of type 2 diabetes.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your views on this important topic of gut microflora and diabetes. Stay tuned to RSSTI TV 2020 brought to you by Wockhardt for more such recent updates from the RSSTI 2020. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much and a nice initiative by Wockhardt. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.